I have had my fun. My feet are soaked. Yuck. Ew. Hi. I am at the park. Okay. I am at the park right now. I'm trying to find a comfortable spot. I wish you guys could see what I see. It's so beautiful. Like the water, it's probably sewer water, but it's pretty. It doesn't smell like a sewage, so I don't think it is, but it's really, really beautiful. So peaceful. I wish there were little frogs. I love frogs. Look at my water, y'all. I'm doing so bad. It's literally like 10 a.m. It's about to be 11, and I'm on 7 a.m. Love that for me. Yeah. Sweatshirt's coming off. Well, teensy weensy too hot. There's people that are trying to walk and stuff. I hope I don't scare anybody. Have a Rice Krispie treat. This feels so good. How y'all doing today? Good. I got off work early. So it's like, I should be in nature. I should go outside. So here we are. I have something to say, as per usual. Let me think. I don't know exactly what I want to say. That's the thing, though. Okay, so I think I know what I want to talk about. Y'all, I'm sorry. This is so ghetto. Like, I'm really trying to film. I think I might just have to hold it like this because this is a good angle. So, what I really want to talk about is surrendering. I am I'm such a person where I just want answers all the time. I want to figure my life out when I want to figure it out. Like, when there's something that I want to happen for myself, I put a timeline on it. I'm like, okay, I want this to happen by this age, and I want to do this by this age. And like, there's nothing wrong with setting goals. And this is by no means trying to discourage anyone from setting goals for themselves or having a plan. There's nothing wrong with having a plan or having goals. But I think sometimes we forget that at the end of the day, literally, and this is so corny, and everybody says it, but literally what is meant to be will be. Like, we see it all the time. There's so many women that like plan for marriage at a certain age, or they plan for kids or whatever, and then we see that they end up being single at like whatever age that they were trying to be married. And we see that there's certain people that plan to go to college and they plan to, have a job in that specific field that they studied in college, and a lot of the times it doesn't work out that way. Not a lot of the times. It's it works out that way a lot sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. And there's so many things that just don't go according to our plan. But in reality, it's like we are not here to plan. Like, I think what I've been like realizing lately is that everything that's happening in my life and everything that has happened in my life has literally gone according to plan. Maybe not my plan, but God's plan, or whatever you believe in the universe, you know, or if you don't believe in anything, it's going according to the way it's supposed to. For me, I believe in God. I believe that there is a higher power. I believe that there is, you know, some higher, I wouldn't say entity. I think God can be a plethora of different things. But for me, I just feel like no matter what I do, I cannot be in control. And when I feel like life isn't going my way, or I feel depressed, or I feel anxious, I have to take a step back and really like realize, like, I have to think about, have you been trying to control like your life? Have you been trying to control outcomes? Have you been trying to force things? Because I think a lot of the times we end up frustrated and we end up defeated and sad because our control is not working. Us trying to plan is not working. And so when it's not working, it's like we want to beat ourselves up even more, and we want to say like, oh, I just don't know what I'm doing, or nothing seems to ever go right for me. But in reality, it's just the fact that God wants you to surrender to what is. Like, the only thing we have is this present moment. And when you're trying to focus on your future so much, or you're stuck in the past, or whatever it may be, that's not surrendering. That's not having faith. That's not what we're meant to do. We're meant to live. We're meant to take each day as it comes and follow our intuition and our soul, whatever that is urging you to do. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Not us trying to control and nitpick every single little thing that's going on in our lives. Like, because then, like, I just think that, you know, to a certain degree, we are like little gods, because we do control our reality, and we do, we can manifest the things that we want. But sometimes what you want is not what you need. And sometimes the things that we think we need are going to be removed from our life because it's out of alignment with where we're actually supposed to be. Like, if you look at certain people, like, there's so many people on this earth, on this planet, that had a plan for what they wanted, and it didn't follow through. And they blame themselves, and they think, well, if my life would have just gone this way, or if I would have just did this thing, and they don't see the beauty of where they are, and they don't see that everything is working out the way that it's supposed to. And it's the point of life and going through this journey and learning is to not know what's going to happen, and to just have faith that everything, just have faith that everything's gonna work out the way that it's supposed to. That's the point. That's the point of this life experience, to learn your lessons, to grow, and to literally just end up somewhere you never thought you'd be, and to follow your heart and your intuition. To me, that's what I think. I think for me, I'm like, I cracked the code. Like, I'm like, all right, all I'm supposed to be doing right now is being present. Yes, I can have goals. I can have, you know, these different things and ideas of things that I want, or I think I want, but I need to still wake up in the morning, and I need to still enjoy where I am right now, because things will change and nothing stays the same. Each day you wake up, even if you feel like, oh, my routine's repetitive and I do the same thing every day, you really don't. Like, there's really things that happen every day that are different. You just don't really pay attention to it. Like, and that's something that I think I've tried to be more intentional with, because I am kind of going through something. And what I've been doing is I've been just trying to find like little beautiful things in each day that are different. Or even if that means like doing something different each day that'll spice up things. Like, even today, like, I didn't plan to go to the park. I literally didn't even plan to get off work early, but that's just something that happened. And so I took the initiative to come to be in nature, to sit with nature, and to make this video right now. We have so many opportunities every day, and it's a matter of taking advantage of those. And I think me in the past, if I would have got off work early, I'd be like, actually, I'm not gonna do that because I need to make money and da-da-da. And like I would have just been like freaking out. But like today, I'm just like, send me home early, fire me. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing. But no, no, it's just like now I'm just like going with the flow, and I'm like, awesome. Like I'm off work, so let's like, what can I do? Like, even like as of lately, like there's been so many spontaneous things that have come up, like different plans, like different fun things to do. I've spent time with people randomly that I didn't really plan out. Like I literally just wake up every day. I go to work, of course, like everybody else. I go to work, and then after that, it's just like up to the universe. Like whoever wants to slide my way, whoever is coming my way, I don't know. Like I be down for whatever. And it's just like every day since this thing has happened, I have been so fulfilled and happy. And I don't think that that's by accident. But had I have tried to stay in the situation that I was in and just been sulking and just been moping about how life never goes my way and how I don't understand why this is happening, none of this probably would have occurred. I wouldn't have even been open to the idea of happiness or joy. But like I've realized, like, joy is everywhere, and it's literally already in me. It's just a matter of me like acknowledging it and like seeking it out. Because I think a lot of the times, like, and I'm speaking for me. When I say we, I'm talking about me, because we speak from my perspective, from my experience. But you know, just because this is a video and y'all are watching, I have to say we. But I'm really talking about myself, really. Other times I just feel like I need to stick things out and like do my best to make it work. And that's with everything. Like and that's good. Like I don't know if you all have read the 4 Agreements. If you haven't, you should. It's a really powerful book. But one of the agreements is to do your best with everything you do, because that's literally all you can do. And if it still doesn't work, then it just wasn't meant to be. And I think with me, I like to do my best and then some. So like I'll do my best and then I'm almost forcing things to stay the way that the way that I want them to be, or I'm almost forcing things to work when that's not how life goes. Like you have to let things come in and leave and flow, because that's literally just how it's supposed to be. And it is sad sometimes, and it does take time to adjust. And I'm still young, I'm 19, so there are some things that I just don't understand always, and that's okay. And I know I'm not alone, because I know that there's so many people in the world that just don't understand life, and that's why there is so much depression, there is so much anxiety, because there's so many people that don't, like, the things that humans go through, that we go through in general, like, they don't make sense sometimes. But me, I just feel, since like I said before, like I am somebody that I feel like I just always want an answer. It might not always be an answer in the present moment, but because I always want an answer, I think it makes me feel better to know that like it's all working out the way that it's supposed to. And I might not understand it now, but I will come to understand it later, because there's so many things that I've been through already that I didn't understand in the moment. I'm like, oh my God, like, why is this happening to me? Like, what's going on? Like, what? And I'm all emotional and I'm all, sad. And that's okay. Like, I let myself feel those things. Like, that is the part of this experience. But also, I just have to remember and come back down, and I'm like, okay, I might not know the answer now, but I will later on. And there's so many things that I've been through, and I'm like, thank you, God, for removing that. Thank you, God, for getting me out of that situation. Because you never know how much you're suffering until you out of it. And then you're like, okay. And that goes with anything. That goes for friendships, relationships, jobs, that goes for everything. Sometimes you really have to be taken out of something to really see it for what it is. And again, it just goes back to surrendering to the idea that we are not in control. We cannot, we are in control to a certain extent, but there's some things that legitimately I just feel like aren't a part of our life paths, or they're not supposed to be a part of our life paths. And you have to accept that. And that's something that, when I'm faced with things that I don't understand, or just in life in general, like when I'm just thinking about life, like, like I'm only 19, I have so much more time to go. Like, I don't want to look at life that way. And I don't have to, because, you know, I like to believe that my soul chose to have this experience. And so if it did, I just want to be able to learn all the lessons that I'm meant to come, like that I came here to learn. And I think so far I'm doing okay. Like, even the things that I felt like would break me, that I felt like I could never make it through, I have made it through. And they have not broken me. They've only made me stronger, and they've only made me wiser. And I want you guys to know that the same goes for you guys. Like, I'm not the only person in the world that has been through things, and I feel like sometimes, I feel like I haven't been through anything. I'm only 19. Like, there's so much more that I'll have to go through in life. We're not alone. A lot of the people that are around you, the people you walk next to every day, they could be going through something so unimaginably painful. But it's a matter of, like, spreading love, spreading light. That's literally all I want to do. Like, I just want to make people feel like they aren't alone, and that God has a plan. Okay? The universe has a plan. Your angels have a plan. Your ancestors, whatever resonates with you, like, they have a plan. And just, whenever you go through something, or you feel like something's not going according to your plan, to your idea of what your life should look like, just stop and realize that you felt that way before. You have felt this exact same way before. And guess what? Here you are, doing what you got to do, making it through, pushing through all of those obstacles, and coming out stronger on the other side. And then also, like, you got to stop putting a timeline on things, okay? Stop putting a timeline on your healing. Stop putting a timeline on your success. Stop putting a timeline on marriage, kids, relationships, soulmate connections, all these things. Stop. Because it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen on your time. Live your life. Live your life, and know that it's coming within the time that it needs to. Do your best to focus on yourself, who you want to be. I think that's one thing that I've also been learning. Like, out of all the things that I can control in this life, myself is one of the main things. I am one of the main things that I can control. Okay? So with that being said, I'm going to do what I need to do to make myself the best version of me. I'm going to read. I'm going to write. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to eat foods that make my body happy, that are good for me, that don't make me feel like crap. Disregard the Rice Krispie treat, because I know y'all saw me eat that, but it's okay. That's literally all I want to say. And I hope this helps somebody. That's all I want to do. And I want you guys to know that you're not alone, and that it's not easy either. I might be sitting here on a rock, surrounded by water, in the heat, telling y'all to surrender and let go of control. But I'm telling you, it is a constant struggle for me. But I'm making this video so I can go back and watch it myself when I am, y'all, it's a hummingbird. Never seen one before in person, like that close. Oh my God. Well, that was a sign. I'm gonna take that as a sign. Hi, so I'm editing, but I actually had to look up the significance of a hummingbird, of course. And look, y'all, we cannot make this up. Like, y'all needed to hear this message today, period. And the hummingbird confirmed it. But yeah, y'all, I just wanted to tell y'all that surrender, let go. And it makes you feel so much like less stressful too. Don't put all that weight on yourself trying to figure everything out. Just give it to God. Just lay it down. Write it down in a journal and burn it or something. Like, don't stress yourself out trying to figure out, like, trying to plan and figure out everything. Some things will literally just fall in your lap, and it works out for the better. I love you all so much, and feel free to talk to me. My DMs are open. Y'all know my Instagram. Message me. Let's get it going. I'm cool with that. All right. I love you all so much, and thank you for watching again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.